We find that aging is not an issue that only affects older adults themselves. It's really affecting everyone because we have those family members and friends who are caregivers. We have people who are serving in our counties and our communities in leadership roles that are really wanting to help make their communities more aging friendly so that people can live in the community for a longer period of time or so that they can live in their homes for a longer period of time. And we know that this is really what people want. They want to be staying in their homes and staying in the communities where they currently reside. And doing so helps to save a lot of money in healthcare costs.
An effort to more effectively meet the needs of an aging population by putting resources and research-based information into the hands of those working at the local level has resulted in the creation of the North Central Region Aging Network. Members of this 12-state region are pooling resources and coordinating efforts to tackle aging-related topics and produce resources for extension educators across the country. On today's Sound Living, improving aging-related outreach. Sound Living is a weekly public affairs program produced by Research and Extension at Kansas State University. I'm Jeff Wichman. K-State Research and Extension Adult Development and Aging Specialist Erin Yelland is a contributing member of the network. She says that they've assembled a toolkit that not only helps extension educators, but anyone looking for aging-related information. Erin, you're one of those affiliated with the North Central Region Aging Network. This is something that is brand new and really something that, I guess, as you were telling me, came out of getting together with people from the North Central region.
Yeah, so back in 2016, we had a meeting with extension professionals from across the North Central region, which represents 12 different states. And as we were going around the room talking with each other, we realized that there was several of us who were interested in aging. And we said, I didn't know you existed and you didn't know I existed, so we really need to get together and collaborate and talk about what we're doing in our states to address the huge issue of aging. And so it really was sort of a happenstance meeting that we got together. But since then, we have just really been trying to work very hard to address aging-related issues across the North Central region.
You were able to put together, I guess, what would essentially be a website. So how did that all come about?
The North Central Regional Center for Rural Development, which is housed in Michigan State University but serves our region, had a grant opportunity that we were able to apply for, and we were successful in receiving that grant. And with those funds, one of our goals was to create a website that could sort of serve as a toolkit of aging-related resources. So in the past, when we were talking about aging-related programs or initiatives, you know, Missouri might be doing one thing, but North Dakota would be doing another, and we weren't really communicating about what we were doing. And then if someone had a need, so for example, if they wanted more information on caregiving and South Dakota, for example, didn't have it, but Illinois did, we didn't know that information. So now through this website, we're able to share the plethora of resources that each individual state has from across the region. And that helps us not only get out those resources to broader audiences, but it also helps us to be able to demonstrate our impact even further to our state and federal legislators as well.
And this is vital because we are an aging population, the U.S. in particular, an aging population.
Absolutely. And most of the communities, when you look across the North Central region, are aging. Of course, aside from our metropolitan areas, which we know out here in the Great Plains, are sort of few and far between, most of our communities are aging. And aging is a big thing. And this is mainly because of those baby boomers that were born between 1946 and 1964. They're just now starting to get older and older, and we're starting to realize that wow, we have a whole lot of people who are getting older in our communities and a lot of issues that come along with aging that we can address through extension.
And there are a lot of parents and grandparents that are getting help from their children and their grandchildren, so they're also looking for that information.
Absolutely. We find that aging is not an issue that only affects older adults themselves. It's really affecting everyone because we have those family members and friends who are caregivers. We have people who are serving in our counties and our communities in leadership roles that are really wanting to help make their communities more aging friendly so that people can live in the community for a longer period of time, or so that they can live in their homes for a longer period of time. And we know that this is really what people want. They want to be staying in their homes and staying in the communities where they currently reside. And doing so helps to save a lot of money in healthcare costs.
Let's talk about some of the things that are included in the website, because it's really put together well. You've got a lot of programs, a lot of resources. Maybe just kind of walk us through some of the things that people can find.
Yeah, so first off, if you just want to learn more about the North Central Region Aging Network and who is included in the network, of course, we have our About page, and you can learn all about us and sort of our mission and vision for the group. But beyond that, sort of more concretely, we have a whole bunch of resources in a variety of areas. So whether you're looking for information on caregiving, finances, or brain health, we have information in a variety of these types of categories that you can gain access to for free. We also offer webinars twice monthly. So these are generally geared at helping people improve their knowledge on aging-related issues. Is our first Friday of the month. We call it our Gerontology 101 series. And on the third Friday of the month is really geared towards general professional development for extension professionals. Because another thing that we have found through our collaboration in the North Central Region Aging Network is that not all of us are receiving the same professional development. So how can we provide these opportunities so that all extension professionals across the region are sort of on the same page or have access to the same opportunities?
And then more importantly, they can go out and share that with people from their communities.
Exactly. And that's really the whole point of the North Central Region Aging Network and our website and all of the resources that we provide is to equip our extension professionals across the region. And actually, to be honest, it's not only the North Central region that's benefiting from this. We've really seen some national interest and some national pull from these programs. So then we're able to use the same resources that are research and evidence-based and have been vetted and be able to implement those in our communities.
Also a great way to put into, as you said, kind of a toolkit, all of the fact sheets, all of the publications, all of the research that people have been doing, and you can get it from, as you said, 11, 12 states.
Yeah, so what's really interesting is that, the whole purpose of extension is to take the research that's developed and learned at the universities and deliver it out to the people. And through this website, we're able to take research and information that's been developed at all of our universities and put it out to the people directly through their extension professionals, but then other people can get on and, of course, access the website themselves as well if they're looking for resources or information. In addition to the programs and the webinars that we also have a blog series that goes up. And these are pretty short, quick, and easy reads about a specific topic. For example, we had one on the importance of having meal times together or having congregate meals. Whether that's going to the senior center and sharing a meal with neighbors, or in your independent living facility, or if it's with your family. But research has really shown that eating with other people can be very beneficial for not only your physical, but also your social health. And so we have a blog post that sort of walks you through some of those things. I know last winter we had a blog post on how to prevent slips, trips, and falls during the winter months. So we try and put out relevant, timely information that's able to help people, with different issues that they might have in their daily lives.
Yeah, like for instance, September is Fall Prevention Month. So that's another area that you can focus on.
Absolutely. So whenever we have these types of months with a theme that comes up, we're always trying to put out information related to that topic because there are a lot of people talking about Falls Prevention Month right now. And so we're hoping that we're able to reach a broader audience of people through the North Central Region Aging Network.
Also gives the specialists and some of the extension agents an opportunity to go locally and talk to some of their radio folks, some of the newspaper folks, and get that information out locally.
Yeah, so as specialists working at the state level through our universities, our goal is to really help make this information easier for people who are working out in the local level to pick it up and take it and use it within their communities. So if they find a program or a webinar or a blog post on the North Central Region Aging Network's website they're more than welcome to take that information and use it. And that's why it's there. We're not here to be making money. We're not here to, have ownership over these types of things. We're here to help improve the lives of people living across the United States and improve their ability to age well.
I noticed that you really have touched on all of the issues that are really focused on aging, the age-friendly communities and homes, how to make those safer, how to make them better, caregiving that you mentioned earlier, the cognitive and emotional health. So you've really covered everything. There's a lot more, too, that we could talk about. Exploitation, finances, it's all there.
Yeah, we really do have a plethora of resources, which is really beneficial. And sort of the method that we came up with these different categories is through a regional needs assessment that we did. So we surveyed over 1,000 extension professionals from across our 12-state North Central region and asked them what the major issues related to aging are that they currently see in their communities. And so then from there, we sort of created these categories that we were able to pop programs and resources into. So these are really developed from the ground up based upon what people are seeing as needs. And then us in the North Central Region Aging Network working to develop and identify resources that meet those needs.
Were you surprised by how much material was out there, how much material has been produced by all of these different people from all of these different states?
Honestly, we were all so surprised because the interesting thing is that many of us didn't realize that the other existed. So us coming together and being able to collaborate has been so beneficial. For instance, I may not be an expert in the financial side of caregiving, but our colleague from the University of Minnesota is. So now I have access to her expertise and the resources that she's developed through this network. So it really has been beneficial to bring all of us together and to have this networking opportunity.
This kind of shows how universities have changed their mindset a little bit, too, because it used to be kind of proprietary, but now we're going in another direction because we realize that this information is good for everybody.
Exactly. And the need is bigger than the university. And that's sort of something that we have kept our mind set on, is that this isn't about making sure that the Ohio State University or Kansas State University or University of Illinois is getting all of the credit. It's really that the person living in the community who is aging and who has a need, that we are able to meet that need. And of course, we want all of our universities represented. And of course, the information is coming from the universities. But it is so much more important for us to get together, collaborate, network, and be able to share these resources than it is to just keep it all to ourselves at our own university. And so we really try and keep that mantra going because it's so important that we're helping to meet the needs across the country.
Really meeting that land-grant mission.
Exactly. That's exactly why the land-grant universities were developed, is to take this information out to the people. And so no matter what university it's been developed from, we are, of course, gaining their permission to share these resources and things like that. But that's the whole purpose, is to take this out and help to educate the people and improve the lives and livelihoods of people living across our country.
And the nice thing is you're keeping this up to date, you're adding new material, and you will continue to add new resources.
Absolutely. So the North Central Region Aging Network, our members meet once a month. So we're consistently meeting regularly, and then we're able to update our resources. We're constantly having our new webinars that are coming up twice a month. With that, we are also posting blogs. And so one of us is always on the website trying to make sure things are up to date and that new resources are put on there so that people really have access to the best information possible.
If somebody wants to check out the website, how can they do that?
It's so easy. So the North Central Region Aging Network, we just use our acronym, which is www.ncran.org.
And if you are someone who is maybe not through a university or extension, but you're someone who is in the aging field, can they take part in these webinars as well?
Absolutely. They're open to everyone to join in and learn more about aging, learn more about professional development in general. We really have them as open as possible because we just want to get out and share that land-grant mission and share the resources that we have related to aging.
That's K-State Research and Extension Adult Development and Aging Specialist Erin Yelland. Again, for more information on aging-related issues, visit the North Central Region Aging Network website, www.ncran.org. Sound Living is a weekly public affairs program produced by Research and Extension at Kansas State University. I'm Jeff Wichman, and this is the K-State Radio Network.